What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a quick review of the new Charli XCX EP called Vroom Vroom. It's on her own label that she started, Vroom Vroom Recordings. And of course there's an aptly titled title track and a few others that are produced by SOPHIE, who is involved with PC Music, a producer that is known for this just kind of experimental pop, kind of all over the place bonkers pop sound. And it's very polarizing. And upon first listen, it was a bit unsettling for me. And now that I've had some time with this EP, it's set in a little bit, but there's still a lot of issues that I see with this EP, and a lot of it lying in not only the production, but also the lyrical content and just how shallow this EP feels as a whole. It's 12 minutes, but I still feel like there's filler content. And when you've only got 4 songs, that is not a good thing at all. SOPHIE's production style relies on these huge synthesizers, these loud bass booms, and this weird keyboard effects that'll just pop in out of nowhere, and it just seems like there's a lot of style over substance here. I mean, tracks like Paradise featuring Hannah Diamond easily being the worst thing on this EP by far just remind me of mid-2000s music that some of my friends from Miami really loved, like DJ Furax and a track called Calabria. There's a few others, just songs out of that time, and it just feels like we moved past that as a culture, and now we're back to these weird, like, pitch shifted vocals. And I know that that's something that's a big thing for SOPHIE. He did that a lot on some of the singles that I've heard from him. You might also remember him for producing Bitch on Madonna, one of the worst songs of 2015. It's just, it's such a convoluted listen and so hard for me to really express what I truly feel about it. A lot of it I like. There's Charli XCX being a badass, but I feel like a lot of her personality gets stripped away by the distracting beats and the production styles. It just gets a little bit hypnotizing, and you focus on that more so than you do on Charli, and it almost feels like she's a guest on her own EP. Charli XCX, you might know, big fan. Got her vinyl sitting right over there for Sucker, her last record that she put out in late 2014. Thought that was a really, really good album. Saw her taking on more of like a pop rock and almost kind of a punk-leaning style on some of her tracks, at least in terms of her spirit and attitude that she brought to the table, not so much in the musical endeavors themselves. But it was a really interesting record, and I don't see that coming out again in this EP. It's just a total left field move. I didn't see it coming. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if this is exactly what I would want from her moving forward, but there's a couple of decent tracks. The title track has grown on me. It's got this big wobbling keyboard that builds up to the chorus, and just kind of an odd drop on the track sees Charli, once again, like I said, kind of putting off that badass feel, like don't fuck with me, and it sees her just more brutal than I've really ever seen her before, which was something I maybe didn't expect. And then we see the kind of the other side of the table on Secret, Shh, which is probably my favorite track on this little short EP here. It's just one that sees a little bit more of a traditional style. It's got a nice vocal thing going on. She sounds more like herself, I guess is what I'm saying here, and I think that's why I like it a lot more. She feels a little bit kind of left in the dust behind the production. Doesn't really feel like she gets that much of a chance to shine, but Secret was a nice little surprise thrown in here. So 4 tracks, some real bad ones like Paradise. Trophy is another one that's really, really annoying. I want that trophy. That little sample that's thrown in there and just looped over and over again. It's a short track, it's an annoying track, and I could totally discard the 2 in the middle, take the 2 at the other ends, the beginning and the end, which are pretty decent. And I'm just left feeling polarized. That's really the only word that I can think of here. It's a jarring EP, and it's not one that I can say that I want to revisit in full in the future. Overall on this thing, I'm going to say light 2.5 for Vroom Vroom, and I'm interested, I guess, to see what she's going to do next. SOPHIE has some cool beats, but I can't say that he's a favorite of mine whenever it comes to his production choices and styles. It's definitely kind of trying to raise some eyebrows, if you will, and I don't feel like that's necessarily always a good thing. Style over substance. Let me know your thoughts on the Vroom Vroom EP in the comment section down below. Like I said, Light 2.5 for me. Weird that I just did that all in one take, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a little quick video to get some thoughts out there on the new Charli XCX material. Are you guys excited for a new album or not? It's supposed to be coming out later this year. If it's going to be more in this vein, are you excited for that? Do you think that's an awesome thing? Or are you more like on my side? You're a little bit skeptical of it. Let me know down below. Smash the like button on this video. It was all just my opinion. Subscribe to the channel because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed. Other than that, I will see you guys very, very soon right here on ARTV.